I'm Chad Skelton of the Vancouver Sun. On October 14, 2007, Polish immigrant Robert Dziekanski was tasered by the RCMP at the Vancouver airport and died. The officers tasered Dziekanski after he began behaving erratically in a secure section of the international arrivals area, yelling and throwing items against a plexiglass wall. However, before that happened, Dziekanski spent nearly 6 hours wandering around the secure customs area of the airport without being noticed by anyone from the Canada Border Services Agency. In response to an access to information request from the Sun, the CBSA recently released its surveillance footage of Dziekanski's time in customs and written statements from the border officers who dealt with him firsthand. Dziekanski's plane arrived from Frankfurt, Germany at 3:30 p.m. About an hour later, after standing in line, he made his way through passport control. Because Dziekanski had an immigrant visa in his passport, he was told to go to the immigration area for further questions. Minutes later, Dziekanski is seen walking right by the immigration area, which is through a door on the left. Partly obscured by one of the pillars, Dziekanski spends several seconds standing in one place before heading towards the baggage carousel, away from the immigration area. It would take him more than 6 hours before he finally made his way to immigration. For the next 5 hours, Dziekanski was not picked up again on CBSA surveillance cameras. The agency later said that airport construction meant some of the camera views were blocked. When Dziekanski finally does reappear on the surveillance cameras, he is once again just steps away from the immigration area, but doesn't go in. Dziekanski then begins to make his way to the customs exit doors. However, when he tries to leave, a CBSA officer notices that he has not gone through immigration yet. In his written statement, one of the officers who dealt with Dziekanski, Officer Beria, wrote that Dziekanski, quote, continuously attempted to try to communicate in what appeared to be Polish to me and seemed frustrated at the fact I was unable to understand him. Beria wrote that Dziekanski, quote, did make mention of something about Kamloops and his mother, but those were the only words I understood. Beria and another officer escorted Dziekanski over to the immigration area, where he should have gone 6 hours before. In her written statement, CBSA Acting Superintendent Alex Curry wrote that when Dziekanski arrived, he, quote, appeared groggy, which is not uncommon after a long flight, but he did not appear to have any medical issues and was cooperative with me. Dziekanski was interviewed by CBSA officer Juliet Van Achteren. In her written statement, she described Dziekanski as, quote, visibly fatigued and somewhat disheveled, showing some impatience consistent with behavior displayed after a long flight and frustrations due to lack of English skills. However, she added that, quote, at no time did he display any signs of behavior that would be cause for concern. While Dziekanski was being interviewed, a CBSA officer retrieved the rest of his luggage for him. After being interviewed by CBSA officers, Dziekanski sat around for a while until he was told that he could leave. Finally, at 12:38 a.m., 2 hours after arriving at the immigration area, Dziekanski makes his way to the exit, escorted by CBSA officer Adam Chapin. In his written statement, Chapin recalled Dziekanski as being, quote, disheveled, his hair was uncombed, and his shirt was untucked. As they left the area, Chapin noted in his report, Dziekanski stumbled but was able to keep himself steady with his luggage cart. As Dziekanski finally left the customs area, Chapin noted in his report, quote, I wished the subject good night, and he wished me good night, and said thank you in Polish. Dziekanski made his way into the public arrivals area, but after a few moments of wandering around, he walked back into a secure area and began behaving in erratic fashion, walking around, pacing, and throwing items against the plexiglass wall. The footage you're about to see will cut between surveillance footage taken by the CBSA cameras and some amateur footage taken by Paul Pritchard. The audio at all times is from the Pritchard video.
He's freaking out. Look, he's got the computer.
Oh! Right in front of the cops, too.
Breaking computers. See, here he goes. Here goes the class.
Jesus Christ.
Sir!
No. Can you tell the lady? Matt, can you get this
Please put it down.
Lots of clothes, I believe. Oh, he did. Thank
He
you.
speaks Russian and nobody can help him. We need a Russian interpreter here to calm him down. We've got a cafe coming in 5 minutes. You're going to have a drink with the Russian interpreter. No, I'm saying you're going to have a drink with the cafe. Okay, well, you may want to get a little customers and tell them to stop processing.
He's so scared himself. Just leave him.
Customs and sir.
Why? A police not here. Have we called security or have we called the police? Like,
You just need to calm down and speak. I need excuse me. Yes, I'm at the airport and
With the keyboard, he's hoping the security.
He's right inside here. He speaks Russian. He's right on the other side of the door. He speaks Russian. He doesn't understand breaking out and makes somebody.
now the good stuff.
No, he's just breaking smashing it into the wall. Are you, sir? No, what? He speaks Russian and that's it. No English. Greg, Cafe is up to 300 plus.
He was scared.
Jesus.
I'm sorry I did that too, but she said. I was the one that was down here. And I wouldn't have just had to photograph it.
How is he still fighting them off?
His computer to see all the freaking out. Nobody knows why. He doesn't speak. He speaks Russian. Nobody knows why. You know why? No rhyme or reason.
I think he wanted that to be happy. He was waiting for me.
you.